Hey y'all, it's Monday and your girl has another complex conversation. So, I clearly am driving, but I want to talk about something that one of my first books touches on. And it's about those things in a family that we just aren't willing to talk about. And I want to talk about mental health. Having had to deal with mental health issues such as depression, bipolar, as a mom, it is a difficult thing to deal with when one of your own children suffer from the same. Now, this is a rather deep conversation, and I had intended to address this in two separate videos, but situations happen, and here we are. I have 3 sons, one of which has come out to us as bisexual, and not a problem because my children have always been raised to love who you love. I don't care race, color, sexual preference. You're my child. So to have been entrusted to bring a child into this world, it is my duty and my obligation to love them without boundaries. And I do that. But what do you do when, even after coming out, what do you do when your child still has issues processing things? Now, I don't know what those issues are because, our children, such as they are, they discuss a lot of things with me, but some things they kind of keep close to the vest. So, as a mom, personally, I'm having a hard time dealing with not being able to fix or ease any type of fear or uncomfortableness that my son may be going through. But to the topic that I'm talking about today is mental health. Unfortunately, my son shared with the world by social media that he attempted to take his life. I don't know about you, but this is, as a parent, a very hard thing for me to process. But I realize in this that it's not about me. We all know that when someone chooses to take his or her own life, it leaves pain, a trail of pain behind for those that love them, care for them, and those that truly wanted or would have been there if they knew something was wrong. So you got all this range of emotions happening. And that is where I am in that pain. But it's a parental pain because I could not prevent him from feeling this way. I could not prevent it from happening because we are miles apart. But there's a feeling of helplessness, And then what do you do when you reach out to the person and they're just not in a place where they want to talk? You feel like you want to just talk and talk and talk because you're going to talk them out of this low place. And I know personally that doesn't work. But that still doesn't keep me as a mother from feeling like there's something that I should be doing, something that I could do to ease whatever he's feeling or to prevent it from happening again. Now, I will say this, that if you or anybody you know has issues with depression or suicidal thoughts, please get help. Whether that help is from a friend or a family member or a professional, please talk to someone because there's always help. Whatever your religious affiliation is, seek counsel and guidance from whoever your higher power is. And I have to say it like that because, you know, we are a diverse world and we all have varying opinions on who that higher power is. For me, it's God. And I have to say that is who is sustaining me right now, because there is nothing worse than knowing that you cannot get to your child. I can't get to him for work reasons, for financial reasons. So as a mom, I just try to maintain contact. But sometimes, you know, that doesn't work either, because, you know, he's not in a place where he wants to talk. But mental health is very important, and it is something that we as a community, and I'm speaking of African Americans, I can't speak on any other culture because I am not versed in that. But I can tell you from my own experience that in the African American household, we don't talk about mental health. We tend to brush things under the rug. We don't acknowledge, you know, hurts and disappointments and sadness and depression that we personally feel or family members feel. We just say, oh, he or she will be all right. Oh, they just have an attitude right now. And we don't dig deep, you know, on things or issues that exist in the family structure that could lead to these thoughts. We just don't deal with it. And that bugs me. And, you know, we talk a lot about generational curses in our culture, but when does that generational curse stop? And I tell you, it stops with you. It stops with you, the individual who chooses to acknowledge that these things happen or going on or that you're feeling, and you seek help and you do something about it. We do not have to pass this on from generation to generation, that we don't talk about these things, we don't feel these things. Who are we to tell someone what they don't think or feel? You know, oftentimes those who are left behind when, you know, someone is successful in taking his or her own life, the comments are always made that, you know, they took the easy way out. They didn't think about, you know, who they left behind. It is not about us. But what is about us is doing something about it, talking, making our families aware of these things, these mental health issues that may exist. They may have existed for generations, but because we perpetuate this school of thought of not talking about it, here we are. So I personally choose to talk about it. I'm dealing with it. I am not going to sit idly by and act as though, you know, this doesn't happen. This is a secret, and I can't let anybody know that, you know, this took place in my household. I believe firmly, if anything that I say or do in my life can help or save somebody else, darn it, I am going to do it. So, have any of you had family members or you personally dealt with mental health issues? What do? Do you talk about it? Are you seeking therapy? Have you sought therapy? Dialogue below. Let me know your thoughts. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. And let's talk about it. Until next time. Peace.